Hi guys, in this tip I will try my hands to explain to you custom anchored object options in Adobe InDesign. And first let me explain you why to use anchored objects anyway. So here I have anchored object which is anchored to text frame which has set text frame auto size options. And this is something that we call dynamic layouts in Adobe InDesign. If I decide to delete some text from my description, InDesign will automatically scale or auto size this text frame, but will also move or reposition and this anchored object, and in essence retain a relation between these two objects. If I start typing something and expand this, I will just type anything to expand, to add more description and to expand the text frame. InDesign will automatically uh, adjust size of this text frame and will also again move or reposition this anchored object. So that's one of benefits that you can have when you are using anchored objects. And to access anchor object options, you can click to select anchored object, then right click, go to anchored object options, and in anchored object options dialog we have from top to bottom inline or above line and custom position, and I will focus on custom position, which is more powerful and somewhat more difficult for users to understand. Then we have relative to spine options, which I will skip. And next section is anchored object. And you have a reference point. This reference point is related to anchored object. And in this case, I have set to top left, and it's this spot on my anchored object. Next section is anchor position, and here we have a reference point, and this reference point is related with whatever is chosen from these two drop-down lists. We have x relative to and y relative to. What is x? Well, that's x-axis, and y is y-axis. And you can use offset options, which I will cover later. But for now, let's see a relation of reference point for anchored object and a reference point of anchored position. At this moment, I have set top left of anchored object, and it is with zero values for x and y offset. It is perfectly aligned with bottom left corner of text frame. And if I change, for example, a reference point for anchored object to middle, it will perfectly align middle of anchored object with bottom left of text frame. So let's check that. Here it is. Middle of my anchored object is perfectly aligned with bottom left of text frame. And now if I change back reference point to top left of anchored object, and I change, for example, a reference point for anchored position to middle, then it will perfectly align top left spot of my anchored object with middle of text frame. And let's check on that. And here it is. Top left of my anchored object is at the center or middle of text frame. So that's how those two reference points are related. and I will change back reference point for text frame to bottom left. And now I will explain to you how to use X and Y offset. So if you want to move your anchored object with reference point top left, then you can use negative and positive values. If you use positive values, it will move uh, top left of anchored object, in this case top left, relative to bottom left of text frame. It will move it to the left. And if you use negative numbers, then it will move to the right on x-axis. What will move? Top left of anchored object, because I have set top left as a reference point, relative to bottom left of text frame. And now let's go to Y offset, and that's this axis, and it will again, positive values will move top left of this anchored object relative to bottom left of text frame. And I will change this number to, let's say, 2 picas. Let me change to 2 picas. And now I have top left of my anchored object offset 1 pica 4 on x-axis and 2 picas on y-axis. So that's how these two reference points are related, and how you can use X and Y offset to perfectly align and position your anchored object. I will suggest you to run InDesign now, to open anchored object options, to set position to custom, and to play around, because those options can save you tons of time and the frustrations and make you happy. So thanks for watching. If you have any question or comments, please leave them on YouTube or my blog Design Easy, and cheers.